Good morning everyone. Today I am going to take a class for 10th standard for 2020 and 21. So in 10th standard syllabus there are 6 sections like history, political science, sociology, geography, economics and business studies. So in this year, as it is from all the years, we are going to deal about India only. Whatever we study in 10th standard, we are going to deal with India, the history of India, geography of India, economical studies about India, sociology, political science, business studies. Whatever we are going to learn in the 10th standard class, it is only related to India. So today, for the year 2020 and 21, we are going to start a lesson from geography. That is a basic lesson where the students need to know about India and its extension, location and areas. Here, as we are going to see the globe, I have drawn a globe here and I have marked a line which is divides Earth into two equal halves from northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, and this is called as 0 degree latitude as well as it is called as equator. Apart from that, we have got another imaginary lines, major imaginary lines. In the northern hemisphere, this is called as 23.5 degree north latitude, and it is also called as Tropic of Cancer. Apart from that, we have got one more imaginary line which is called as Arctic Circle, which is going to measure 66.5 degrees north latitude. Same way, we have got the imaginary lines in the southern, which is 23.5 degree south latitude, which is called as Tropic of Capricorn, and we have got one more major imaginary line which is called as Antarctic Circle, and it is going to measure 66.5 degree south latitude. It is in the southern pole. So we have got the two poles. One is north pole in the north and the south pole in the south. This is how the globe says. When we come to India, India is located in the northern hemisphere of the globe, where India is very much situated in the midst of the 23.5 degree latitude, which means to say that 23.5 degree north latitude is going to divide India into two equal halves. That means to say it is somewhat like this. See here. This is 23.5 degree north latitude, where India is going to be shifted in the northern hemisphere of the globe. Okay, now we are going to study in details about the India. See here, when we know that India is situated in the northern hemisphere of the globe, that means to say the southern tip of India, that is Kanyakumari, measures 8.4 degrees north latitude. One more, I am going to repeat this once again. See here, 0 degree equator. Above that, it starts in degrees. The latitudes and the longitudes, the imaginary lines which are drawn on the globe, are called as the latitudes. The horizontal lines are called as the latitudes, and the vertical lines are called as the longitudes. See here, India is measuring 8.4 degrees of northern latitudes. That means to say it is going to start from 8.4 degrees latitudes and ends up with 37.6 degrees latitudes. That means to say from Kanyakumari to Jammu Kashmir, which means the northern tip of India is Indira Pole. It is called as Indira Pole. So here it measures so many degrees, and not only that, 23.5 degree latitude, northern latitude is going to divide India into two equal halves. Okay, not only that, when we see some of the islands which are united with the union territory, these are also called as the union territories, where these are ruled by the union government of India. So Andaman and Nicobar Islands and some of the Lakshadweep Islands are here. So these are under the Indian government. So if we count Andaman and Nicobar Islands, it measures 6.45 degrees of northern latitudes. Okay, and this is how the India is situated on the globe. Next one. So what we will do, we are going to know something more about India. India is called as a peninsular country. Why it is called as a peninsular country? Because three parts of India, that is the eastern part, the western part and the southern part, we will mark it in this way. Okay. The eastern part, the southern part and the western part is covered with huge water bodies. That means to say, here it is the eastern part will be having the Bay of Bengal, and when we come to the western part, it is Arabian Sea, and when it is south, it is Indian Ocean. So the huge three water bodies are going to cover India. That means to say the landmass of India is the peninsular line. The huge landmass of India is surrounded by three huge water bodies. That's why India is called as the peninsular country. Okay. Now next, when we are going to see detail about in India, some other things I would like to say. It is also called as the subcontinent. Why it is called subcontinent? First thing, basically we need to know that northern part of India is totally covered with the Himalayan mountain range. The northern part of India. When we come to the bit south, here are the northern plains, where it is also called as the heart of India, where the population is more, fertile land is more, water bodies are more. Apart from that, when we come to the southern belt, so this is called as the Deccan Plateau, the high elevated land, flat land in the south. This is the Deccan Plateau, and we have got the coastal line. This is a coastal line which is connected to Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean and Arabian Sea. Okay, we are going to next we are going to see the borderline of India, land frontiers of India. What I mean to say is the land frontier of India measures 15,200 kilometers, whereas the water bodies, that means to say including the coastlines and Andaman and Nicobar Islands as well as Lakshadweep. If you are going to measure all these things, it is going to be 7,516.5 kilometers of waterfront areas. Not only that, we are going to see much more about India in the northern hemisphere of our globe. See here, the neighboring countries. We are going to have an eye on some of the neighboring countries like Sri Lanka is in south, northwest is Pakistan, above that is Afghanistan. Next, if you come, it's Tibet in the north, China, Nepal, okay, Burma is somewhere here, okay, Bangladesh, Myanmar. So India is being covered not less than 7 to 8 countries are the neighboring countries of India. Not only that, we have got very good relations with all these countries, and from few years we have got some disputes from Pakistan as well as China. Not only that, we are going to study much more detail about India in the next session. Something which is important, I am going to tell you that the borderline of India and Pakistan, we might be saying the borderline of India and Pakistan is called as Red Cliff Line. It is also called as Red Cliff Line, and it is being named after independence. And second thing, when you are going to see, one is called as a Durand Line, which is the separation of India and Afghanistan, somewhere here. It is called as a Durand Line, which separates India and Afghanistan. Radcliffe Line, which separates India and Pakistan. See here, when we are going to study detail about India, we are going to see in the syllabus there are 28 states and 9 union territories. And one of the newly formed state is Telangana, which is in south. So this is what we are going to learn in the basic position and extension of India on the globe. And hope the children, you might have understood this. Any confusion or any questions to be asked, you just WhatsApp me to the same number. Thank you.